Okay, so last clip of the night, we're going to talk about Stephen A. Smith. Is he gone woke?
A bombshell report from the Justice Department that revealed the FBI had at least 26 confidential informants on the ground when the Capitol was stormed on January 6, 2021. The report says most of the informants engaged in illegal activity during the chaos. The Justice Department says only 3 of its 26 informants present had been instructed to observe potential domestic terrorist suspects on the day of the riot. The rest of the 23 appear to have gone to the Capitol on their own accord. Upon hearing news of the report, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance posted the following on X, quote, "For those keeping score at home, this was labeled a dangerous conspiracy theory months ago," end quote. Didn't hear anything about that for the election. Didn't hear anything about that when the quote-unquote insurrection was broached by Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee. The belief that Donald Trump was a danger to democracy and using this as a profound, illuminating bullet point to make that case. And now here we are yet again finding even more evidence to Donald Trump's claims when he articulated that the process is rigged. My big issue is that I'm really sick and tired of every time I turn around finding something else that the Democrats have lied about or downplayed or misrepresented along the way. I mean, I see Republicans like Megyn Kelly or Officer Tatum or Candace Owens or, the Sean Hannitys of the world. You know what I'm getting tired of? You know what I'm getting to the Democratic Party? You know what I'm getting really pissed off about? I'm getting really ticked off at every time they open their mouth about something pertaining to y'all, they seem right.
Gray, where you at?
To
You
make the
hiding?
case that
He
the
calling
right
out your people.
had a monopoly on insidious, evil tendencies, corrupt tendencies, duplicitous, hypocritical, untruthful tendencies. And every time they made those accusations, we turn around and find out that at least some of them are guilty of the same shit. I don't know about y'all, but I'm sick of all of it. I'm sick of all of it. They've actually made Donald Trump look like he was right instead of them.
Drops bombs. Vulgar, where's the sounds? Where's the sounds? We need to drop the bombs. We need to drop the bombs. So he made a new video today. I didn't get a chance to look at it. Vulgar, did you see it? He said, "Am I a Republican?" Does he say if he's a Republican now?
You know what? I didn't get to watch it, but I've been waiting on him to just come out and admit to it. But like I said, I think the thing is, in this election, the Democrats were desperate, caught off guard. They didn't have any type of morals, boundaries. They were just doing what they thought that to do. It was all about winning, and it was winning by any means necessary. That's why we're starting to see all this stuff come out with the campaign funds and everything else. It's because it was desperation, and it was a hatred towards Trump instead of America.
I think Trump got lucky when Joe Biden came out on the debate stage. I think Trump was going to lose to Joe Biden looked horrific. And that was when everything changed. And when he got a shot at, that's when like the mood changed in the country. But I just think what a lot of people don't say is like Kamala Harris was just really not a likable candidate, and she did way better than she probably would have ever done. She probably would have won a primary. So, I mean, I think Trump got lucky. It was a small popular vote. As far as Stephen A. Smith, to all the sports fans out there, we all know the joke and clown this guy is. I mean, he's funny. I mean, he gets emotional and all that stuff. But I don't know. Everybody deserves to be mad at a Democratic Party that voted Democrat. Everybody deserves to be mad. Jay?
Wow.
I just it's just funny when I just think the word "same" is not really applicable here.
Desperate.
No, it's not desperate.
Deals were desperate.
That's another thing too. Like I don't know why Democrats reacted such a form of desperation. Like, guys, the situation is not that bad. Like, Trump didn't even get 50%. Like,
The only reason y'all even
over half
had
of
a
America
running
said
is
no.
because people hate Trump. Other than that, I had no standing. That's how y'all got 1.5 billion. It was donations against Trump, not for
Oh yeah,
Harris.
absolutely.
What else do you say? It was desperation.
I'll openly say I think most Democrats vote Democrat just because they're so scared of a Republican being president. It's nothing to do with white them.
You know,
I think that's why Democrats are so
you
much
got
less cultish because
who
they're
cares
not
how
like
much they
worshiping
won
Kevin.
by? Y'all are missing the entire point of what he said. He just said the reason why he's leaning towards the Republican is because another lie has come out. They lied about the polls. They lied about the 50s. Not how much was the felon count? 90 something. And now they lied about January 6th. They said that they didn't have undercover informants. Like, what gives? Like, that's
That's
the
what I
big
was getting
thing
to.
here.
When you say the word "same," you can't compare. I don't think you can compare the lies of each one.
And how can you
Okay.
literally say lie about undercover informants? That's an oxymoron. They're undercover.
Or not undercover informants, undercover agents. They had undercover feds there.
Yes,
And
but
there are videos of people doing stuff. I don't know if they were feds or regular people, but it was like awkward what happened. Like, listen,
There's no
I'm not
evidence of
saying
them
that all the
antagonizing the situation, though.
Okay.
you can't say that you're have an undercover agent, then you breaking the person's cover until they're saying, okay, we're gonna release the information. This person was undercover and they're gonna testify.
And also, I just want to point out one thing. Trump was president during this time. He was the FBI answered to him, not Joe Biden. Like, people forget that. They say, "Oh, the election." So how was the election? How was all this happening when Trump was? How was the election rigged when Trump was in power, but they can't rig it when he's not in power? That's what I'm like. You guys gotta remember,
Well,
January
let
6th,
me
Trump
say
was
this,
still the man.
and you're going to be shocked with what I'm going to say as somebody that considers themselves MAGA. I truly believe Joe Biden won, me personally, because I personally voted for Joe Biden and I know a lot of people that were fed up with Trump. So I don't personally, but I can understand after hearing about all these things, like the Russia collusion, all this stuff that MAGA saw, I can understand why they thought Trump won and why they didn't trust it. Also, there were so many things going on with the machines. Vulgar, you're probably better versed to speak on this. What do you think about Trump? Like, do you think I know the answer, but what was the reason for MAGA not believing the election at the time?
Like you said, it's more of the election stuff. They were saying like there were dead people voting, votes being counted.
No evidence
That's
of
like
that.
Texas. I know that, huh?
There's no evidence that dead
Texas
people
did
voted.
have an issue with that, like as far as getting the election laws and stuff right. As far as the voter ID, you had the Dems that are against requiring ID to vote, things like that. And that's what a lot of the MAGA people were mad about, saying that you had votes counted that shouldn't have been counted. And they're like, where are the, what was it, 5 to 10 million votes? Biden had 80 million votes or 80 something million.
81.
81. They're like, where are the other 6
There's only 6
million
million,
people?
6 million Democrats not turning out for this, either because they
Yeah,
didn't think
so
Trump
that's
was
the
going to
other thing.
win, or they just
So it's
weren't
kind of a,
motivated by
yeah.
Kamala. I can totally see 6
So,
million Democrats staying home easily.
yeah, and would it been pandemic and stuff, but still that's another thing is like, okay, we had the pandemic and with the mail-in, that was the other issue. The mail-in ballots. So
So
yeah.
I live in like one of the bluest states. My mail-in ballot got sent back twice. They're so strict about it. So I don't know what anything that has to do with anything. Signature didn't match my ID. So the third time, I literally traced my ID signature.
I saw people that posted videos and they said that their ballots got lost. I don't know how true that is. Again, this is from social media. People were
I saw
posting
a lot of
videos
that
that
too.
said
I
that,
saw a lot of TikToks
yeah,
of
so
people
I'm
saying their
not,
ballot got
yeah.
lost from both.
Isn't it amazing? All of a sudden, in 2024, there's no election interference. The ballots were just perfect.
Right?
There were just no issues in 2024.
So,
That's crazy to me. They were perfect. No
I
voter
don't know.
Right.
My
fraud at
mom has
all.
a theory about old Elon and these ballots, and you guys have probably heard them. You're on the left. You're the Democrat and you're on the left, so maybe you heard them.
Yeah, I
But
mean
I
the
don't want to talk
president and the
about it
vice
on here.
president has kind of disappeared lately, so maybe that's why.
I mean, if that comes out, I wouldn't
they're
be
chilling, bro.
shocked.
What do they got? What do they got to do?
I mean, they still got a month left. They just gonna quit early, take a black break.
Biden went hard last week. He was
Oh,
appointing
that
judges.
didn't sound right.
He was right.
Huh?
He was Biden went hard last month.
You know we break forever.
He's been appointing judges. He was so close to breaking Trump's record for appointing federal judges. He's ramming those things through.
Well, speaking of judges and records, what about Joe Biden's pardons? It's been 2,000 plus. What do you have to say about that? Trump only pardoned 250 something people. Joe Biden's 2,000 and counting.
My only qualm with it is he didn't pardon every single person in prison for marijuana. There should be thousands more. Every person in prison for marijuana should have been pardoned.
I have to say I agree with you for once.
Oh yeah.
We never agree, but I agree. I have to
That's
say
my
I
only
agree with
issue
you
with
on
it.
this
He should have
because it's
pardoned way more people.
nonviolent. It's
The
So
president
what
that
are
nonviolent
does
in a lot
why are
of
that,
the
states to
numbers so
legalize it.
high? Are they're marijuana people? Is that what it is? Is that why
well,
it's so high?
he's basically it's just like he's pardoning anyone he thinks Trump's going to try to go after.
Yeah, it's just
That's what the lengthy
Mm.
pardons. Like he's pardoning you for the basically Trump's term, and then if JD Vance wins, that's why it's 10 years. He's pardoning them for the next 2 terms. It was like his gift to protect people from Trump.
can you even
Doesn't
do
that
that?
sound like something they would accuse Trump to do though? Like, does that even sound legal? Like,
That's
Well,
all that's
I
been
think
happening.
Trump.
Everything the Dems
Well,
have
I think.
accused Trump
Well,
of, they're
Trump is
doing right
petty
now.
enough. But Trump is petty enough to go after people. I don't see Joe Biden doing that.
Trump won't have time to go after people. He didn't do it in the last election.
The guy broke a record for golf for days golfing, dude. Like, come on, Trump don't care. He's gonna. The first thing Trump is gonna do, he's gonna give the biggest tax cut in history to his rich friends, and then he's gonna say, "Well, I tried to pass this, Democrats said no. I tried to pass this, Democrats said no." That's gonna be his presidency.
No
I tried to
cheaper
deport a bunch of people,
groceries.
but it's in courts. Blame the radical left. Blame the radical left, guys. I tried. And that's gonna be it, because that was the last presidency. He passed the tax cuts for rich friends as soon as he got in there, and then everything else was. He said he was going to repeal and replace Obamacare in 2 weeks for 4
Why do
years
you say
straight.
for rich? He passed tax cuts for everybody.
No, but ours
And
were temporary.
the lower and middle
Ours
class
go up.
benefited the
Ours
most.
go up
Why do
every
y'all keep
year
saying that? Do what?
because ours were temporary. The tax cuts for corporations were permanent.
Well, he's supposed to renew them.
Why can't you just make them permanent and then have the corporations tax cuts go up
I
every
don't
year?
know. We haven't researched it to tell you that reason. I don't even know if the corporations are permanent. I don't know that
They are
either.
permanent.
I just know you're saying it. So
They are permanent.
For sure.
well, we're going to wrap up now. I want to just let everybody know on the call about our schedule for tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we will be talking about an update from Syria. We have our special guest, Mr. Nick, coming. If you guys remember, it was pretty saucy before, Jay. I hope you come. And we're going to be talking about his position
Tomorrow?
as he is an Israeli American. He's going to be defending and speaking about why what's going on in Syria is okay. Also, we will be talking about the Black Israelites by King. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow we do have lunch with the new party at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TikTok. Boger, what's your closing words?
I'm glad that everything, the deflections the Dems are putting on us, is now coming to light. And I hope we figure out what's going on with these drones. I hope
Me
it's the
too.
best. America is watching out for our best interests and protecting us. I hope that's what it is, and not, something else.
Jay, what's your
Jay?
closing thoughts?
I hope to God nowhere's wrong. and it's not a dirty bomb or anything like that. I hope it is some kind of just military test or, exercise, just for everybody's sake. Because at the end of the day, we're all together and we're all in this together, and we don't want to see anything devastating happen. And this is completely off topic, but Volgar, will you please audition for voice acting or something?
Why you say
Because,
that?
because or if I'm ever single again, will you please be my wingman? Because I feel like you just say anything. I'm like, yeah, no problem.
Hey, thanks for the compliment. I'll see what I
No
can
problem,
do.
man. You got like that. You got like that. You got like that voice.
Hey, come over here and talk to my boy real quick.
Yeah, see, there you go.
All
Bam.
right.
I'm done. She
All
didn't
right.
get to see me. She's like, yeah, for sure.
Great. What's your closing thoughts?
I mean, I hope it's aliens. I hope we go into Star Wars. I don't know,
You're not ready for
guys.
that
Guys, thank you for
That's what all the
coming.
Dems are saying.
I'm want to see what Trump is going to do and see what the Republicans in the new party are going to have to say. So I'm waiting for that. And January 20th is my birthday, so it's going to be an interesting day. So yeah,
it's your
I
birthday?
appreciate everybody, and yeah, go ahead, Nora.
Oh no, I just want to thank everyone and have happy holidays. Please be safe. Remember, Jesus is the reason for the season, and God bless.
Always vote.
Always
Always
vote.
vote.
Always have a good holiday, guys.